Hi, this is Rachel Richardson with Nutrition in Miami Beach, Florida. In this clip, we're talking about how to count carbs while eating out. And my first rule of advice is to not get too obsessed when you're eating out. And the reason is because it's no fun to eat out if you're going to get obsessed about how you're eating. Now, the second rule is to try and stick with foods that are lower in carbohydrates, and just committing these to memory is the best way to do it. So focusing on things like vegetables, proteins, and healthy fats, if you put a meal together that includes those, you're going to be fine on carbohydrates. I did bring with me a couple foods today just so that you could get an idea of how much carbs is in foods, and I do recommend sticking to somewhere between about 30 to 40 grams of carbohydrates per meal, and that's usually, depending on if you're an athlete, maybe a little bit more, but that's a basic good number to stick with. So just to give you an idea, I've got some corn shells here, and these happen to be blue corn shells, but it's actually the same as white in terms of the carbohydrate content. And one of these shells, two of these shells contains about 17 grams of carbohydrates. So that gives you a good idea. Other things that I have here are a lentil soup. And a lot of people, this is a healthy food, but it does contain some carbohydrates. So there's actually somewhere around 40 grams of carbohydrates for this one can. So keep these things in mind. This has been Rachel with Nutrition in Miami Beach.